I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon. Much more deep insights on Vedic astrology and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello Seekers, welcome to Hiranya's Punneit Astrology channel. Now this is a quick update. I want to share a small update with you. Mars is about to go retrograde on 7th of December. But you know that before retrogression a planet goes into stationary motion. And then once it starts its retrogression, it is still momentarily stationary. So on 6th and 7th of December, Mars will be in stationary position. On 6th, it will be in the stationary position before retrogression. On 7th, it will be in stationary position after technically it is in the retrograde. That means it has changed its direction, and by the night of 7th of December, as per Indian Standard Time, Mars will start showing the retrograde speed. But on 6th and 7th, the speed of Mars will be 0, 0. Now, what does this mean? You have to understand that on 6th or 7th, when Mars is in this position, it is directly aspecting Venus in the sign of Capricorn. Now, when Venus is in the Capricorn zodiac sign and Mars kind of aspects it with stationary position, that too debilitated Mars, Venus, which is the planet of beauty, which is the planet of attraction, which is the planet of relationship, suddenly can get negative influence of Mars for some time. A stationary Mars is a highly judgmental Mangal. The entire energy gets laser beam, it gets focused. All the energy, kinetic energy gets concentrated into potential energy. And this means that people who have debilitated Venus, people who have weak Venus in their chart should be careful, because this can trigger emotional reaction in yourself. Let's discuss that in detail quickly. But before that, do not forget to subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss another update. If you want to book my consultation, you can drop me an email or book it directly from my website. And if you want to book a comprehensive Kundali PDF report that gives you greater insight into your horoscope, it carries you through the different dashas and mahadashas, also gives you 10 years of insights along with numerology, analysis of your date of birth, some interesting remedies. You can book that report. It's a system generated but a 300 plus pages elaborate discussed report that you can book from the link in the description box. Now try to understand relationship is ruled by Shukra. It is in Capricorn. Capricorn is Saturn's zodiac sign, and when you combine the energy of Dhanishta Nakshatra, you combine the energy of Saturn, suddenly the feel of stubbornness, suddenly the feel of ego might rise within you. Especially if you have weak Shukra, if you are born in Bharani Nakshatra, if you are born in Purva Falguni Nakshatra, or if you are born in Purva Shada Nakshatra, either ascendant or moon. And on the other hand, if your Venus is in the 6th house, 8th house, or if Venus is with Ketu, Saturn, if Venus is in Virgo and not in a good shape, this can create sudden memory flashbacks of the past bad relations. This can make you feel a little low. This can make you feel that you are helpless or you are not considered. You are taken for granted in relationship. It is a very momentary feeling. It is not a huge transit impact. The energies are very subtle, very silent, behind the scene kind of thing. And if your Venus is not up to the mark, this can make you feel lonely, and suddenly this mixed feeling of something that is unexplainable might rise within you. What should you do? You should focus on release of energy. Do Pankaj Mudra. Do not take decisions related to Venus related career on these 2 dates. Avoid travel if possible. Donate white color food items. Chant Shri Sukta or Vishnu Mantra. You can listen to Durga Saptashati. Do some Havan related to Mata Mahalakshmi. Do some Lakshmi Pujan. And also serve and help the poor segment of the society. Appreciate beauty and art. Try to do something for yourself, for your passion. Do something that encourages you, and do not listen to music or watch a show, especially on 6th and 7th, that has dark negative meaning that can make you remind and make you feel nostalgic. You should try to see on the forward side, the energy should be made to move in the direct side, not on the retrograde side. Remember, Venus is not retrograde, it is the Mars that is retrograde. If you have a very strong Mars in your chart, say you have an exalted Mars, Mars in Capricorn, say you have Aries Mars, Scorpio Mars, Leo Mars, if you have Sagittarius Mars, or if you have Mars and Jupiter conjunction, if you have Mars and Moon conjunction, if you are running a Mars Mahadasha or Antardasha, it can frustrate you a bit. It can create negative issues, it can create status quo, it can make you go back to your previous state of life, and this can create anxiety and fear in certain cases if your moon is weak. So if you have Mars related problem in your chart, or if you're feeling all this, if you're trying too hard and nothing is happening, relax, things will unfold itself in a positive way. Overall, this is a silent emotion. It's a feeling that is behind the scene. Don't give too much importance and weight. Just avoid any random thought or random, I will say, desperation creeping out of you. Just balance it out by chanting Madhurashtakam. If you pray to Bhagwan Krishna, if you say Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, naturally the energies will align with Venus. Remember, this is Mars and Venus opposition. So you should focus on enchanting therapies and mantras that kind of puts you into a different zone and vibration. People who have therapy centers, people who have wellness centers, people who are trying to work in a gym, people who work with music can become very creative and can create something very different at this point of time. Avoid all the distractions that comes your way, especially in relationship. And if there is any emotion where you have this stubbornness or a sense of doubt, let it pass and don't do a knee-jerk reaction on events that may be just a random 2-day position of the planets, and it is not having any permanent impact. This is just a quick video I wanted to make. Try to follow this, and in case of any bigger situation, what you should do is you should meditate and try to do some grounding exercises. In this case, Anulom Vilom Pranayam and Surya Namaskar will be really helpful. Now, if you are Aries moon sign, remember, watch this video as per moon sign. If you are Aries moon sign, you need to be careful. A lot of emotions will go ups and down. 4th and 10th house in war. Try to create work-life balance. Taurus, your ascendant lord is affected by Mars. What you should do is you should take a control over your expression. Be creative and try to be more somebody who follows the passion. Do something for yourself. If you are Gemini, this is going to be a Venus and Mars opposition in the 2-8 axis. It means that this can create tension in the family over monetary problems or land related issues. Suddenly there can be a talk which can result into argument. Do not do that. Try to treat it like vacation. Venus is in 8th house. This is a good time to heal and let go of negative emotion. For Cancer, this is 1-7 axis coming into play. You have to avoid trying to take control on the situation and go with the flow. The more fluid you are, the more going with the flow attitude you have, the better your life will be. Drop the control and you will find peace. For Leo, this is about the 12 and the 6th axis. This is going to trigger the prarabdha. Take care of your health. When you're driving, drive carefully and donate something to the needy. Also, this is the time when you should avoid any international travel, but if you can't avoid, all you have to do is chant Hanuman Chalisa. Now, for Virgo, this is going to be the 11-5 axis where Venus is in the 5th, Mars is in the 11th. You may be frustrated about the money. You may get frustrated about the productivity. You may get frustrated about how the people are treating you. In these 2 days, go slow, do not overreact, and you will find the peace. Also, you will see that unexpected contacts will be helping you and unexpected things will happen on a positive way. All you have to do is be creative and don a smile. Libra, in this case, the 4th and the 10th house comes into play. Matters related to career can affect you negatively in your home. So home is going to bring comfort. Keep your career outside. Work-life balance has to be maintained. And this is the time when you should focus on more comfort rather than going all out for your career. Just a 2-3 days, take a chill, take a break at this point. For Scorpio, this is going to be again a 3rd house Venus and a 9th house Mars. This is going to compel you to indulge into activities like alcohol, smoking, party, but do not go away from the path of dharma. Remember, Saturn is in your 4th house. So Saturn is watching everything. Saturn is also reading your intentions and your emotions. Try to be as humble, grounded, and try to do some exercise, some physical activity is needed, and look for aesthetics. Try to see if you can join gym, do yoga, something positive. Even if you're not acting, plan it out and avoid long distance travel or enrolling into education on these 2 dates. For Sagittarius, this is going to be a 2-8 axis once again, but this time Venus is in the 2nd, Mars is in the 8th. Sudden random events can derail your emotion. There can be emotional outburst. So meditate. Doing sadhana on this date, chanting Hanuman Chalisa is going to be very, very helpful. Also, chant Mahishasur Mardini Stotra if possible. This is the time to avoid all the ups and downs. Venus is giving you resources. The problem, a retrograde stationary Mars in the 8th house may make you fearful. So while you are taking the leap of faith, trust yourself, have confidence, and do not think too negative. Try to be optimistic. Now for Capricorn, this is going to be 1-7 axis once again, but this time Venus is in the Lagna, Mars is in the 7th. A stationary Mars means try to listen to the feedback of your spouse, whatever the spouse says. If you're not married, if you're too old, try to listen to the circumstance. Don't take risk at this point of time. Don't try to fight the odd. Rather, sit back, relax, and appreciate your own self, appreciate and value your own body, your own mind, your own soul. This is the time to draw the attention towards yourself. There has to be inner reflection done in this week. For Aquarius, this is going to be once again the 6th and the 12th axis, but Venus will be in the 12th, whereas Mars will be in the 6th. This is a good time to win over your enemies, but not a great time to create an enemy. That does not mean that you will engage into a fight. Be very careful while you're driving and focus on some donation. If you're into weightlifting, if you're into sports, if you are an athlete, be careful because you may see an injury. There can be electric water related hazard. So while you're operating with electricity near a water body, be very careful. For Pisces, this is going to be once again 5 and 11 axis, but this time the Mars is in the 5th house, whereas Venus is in the 11th. It gives you money, but it also kind of puts you into a situation where you're thinking whether to quit or whether to continue. This half-hearted approach will prove to be deadly for you. So whatever you're doing, do with conviction and with full confidence. Read autobiographies of famous people and take inspiration from successful people around the world. So this is the 12 moon sign. Again, watch this video as per your moon sign. Hope this helps. Quick video, quick update. More videos will come soon on this channel. Till then, namaste.